Hi, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Chrysalis large one light pendant. This is going to be the 161189. I happen to have two here to show you size difference. I have the large and I have the small, so we'll kind of go over a lot of that in just a second. So this is a beautiful, incredible piece of glass. If you're ever familiar with Hubbardton Forge, they do not skimp on their glass. It's very substantial. It's thick. Hand blown into a mold, and you can see all the mold marks inside. So basically what they do is they take it, once it's blown into this big chunk, it's dipped in hot molten glass. So you're going to have two different glass options you're going to see in the pull down menu. One is going to be a matte white glass on the top, and the other one, and this is the smaller one, and this is a good opportunity for you to see the size difference between the two. This one is 11.6, this one is 8.8, from the bottom of the glass to the top of what's called the retaining ring right there. And this is the black glass. You've got a matte black option and you have a matte white option. So they're both pretty dramatic in their own way, but it's really kind of up to you how you do it all. So after they've dipped these in this matte glass, this molten glass basically, then they take it and they put it against a grinding wheel, just like you would do with a diamond, right? So it's going to be ground into these facets, and then it goes against a polishing wheel, so it's super smooth and really shiny. So it's kind of like Superman's lair or something you would find in there. Really incredible stuff. So, and in the top of it is going to have this aluminum silver retaining ring that has threading in it. That's going to go over your socket. And basically the whole idea of the matte part of this and the opaqueness of the top, it's going to hide the socket and hide the light bulb when you have it like that. Really great stuff. So moving on from there, why don't we kind of get into a couple other things. Let's talk about the size of the fixture body itself. That's the fixture body. It's going to be the glass. Like I said, it's 11.6 from the bottom to the top. Diameter is coming in at 6.1. The overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of this fixture, bottom of this, to the actual ceiling itself, is going to give you a pretty good range. It's going to go from 16 to 80 inches as standard product with the cable that's going to be provided with it. If you need yours to be longer than 80 inches, drop us a quick email. Say you're looking at the 161189. Tell us how long you need yours to be. We're going to take your email, send it to Hubbardton Forge's customs department. We'll get a quote number. Adds a little time and money, but we can do really long overall heights. Pretty long, actually. I'm working with a customer now who's putting one into kind of a set of these over a staircase on a lake house, and she's actually going to use two different sizes and stagger them, and same color, but it's going to be these two different sizes, and I think that'll be pretty dynamite over there. Let's talk about the canopy on this, and actually before then, let's talk about the installations instructions, because that's going to show us a lot of good information for you to see. If you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you that canopy up in the ceiling, and that's going to come in at 5.5 inches in diameter. It's going to go over your standard junction box. This is what you guys have. This is coming in at 5.8 pounds, so it's not overly heavy. It can just hang from the J-box. And that canopy is going to be from the very tip of the gripper to the ceiling itself, 2.26 inches. And that leads us to the cables in the gripper. Cable is always going to be kind of a steely gray, and that cable is going to go into that gripper basically, and you just push it in and it coils inside of the canopy. That canopy is also going to have a transformer which is going to transform your line voltage of your building or your house into low voltage going down through that cable to the socket down below. Now, when you're looking at the installations instructions, you're going to see some really good line drawings, schematic drawings of that canopy, and including the top of it, which you can't see in a photograph of this fixture, and how it goes onto your junction box. Really take advantage of that, because those are there to help you out quite a bit. The gripper, during your installation, you'll be able to back that out too. If you needed to bring it down a little bit, you can't have it going up and down all the time because that can damage the cable. But during your installation, if you wanted to drop it back down a little bit, you would use your thumbnail, you'd push in on the gripper to release it, and then you can kind of slowly back it out. So there's a lot of good stuff there. It's slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees already, because gravity is going to make it come straight down. Why don't we talk about lamping on this? So you've got one socket. It's called a G4 socket. This is going to be an LED only fixture. You're not going to be using halogens in this. You're going to be using what's called a GY 6.35 bulb in this. Sounds like a lot, but it's really just a G4 bulb LED. So Hubbardton recommends using one from Emery Allen. Emery Allen is the company that makes the highest quality LED bulbs, and when you're on our site, Handmade in Vermont, in the description area for this, you're going to see a style number, a model number of that actual bulb. You can go to Emery Allen's website, pop that in, you can buy it right there if you want. They'll also give you options on things that you can buy as far as the color temperature of that bulb. They'll offer that to you in what's called 2700 Kelvin, and that's a super yellow, kind of like a setting sun look. And that can be very pretty on this depending on what you're doing with it. But they also are going to offer this to you in something called daylight, and that's 4000, 5000 Kelvin, so be careful on that one, because as we talk about all the time, that's that bluish white light that comes out of LEDs, like in convenience stores and places like that, like an overcast day. That's the blue white light, that's 4000 to 5000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom, you'll notice it's listed there too, is going to be warm white, soft white, and that's 3000 Kelvin. That's what we use here, and that's what's coming out of this bulb right here. This is 3000 Kelvin, warm white, soft white, and you can see how nice a glow it puts on the table. So it's what we like to use all over our showroom. So it's going to be a 4-watt max, and a 4-watt max of that bulb is going to give you the lighting equivalent, 425 lumens, and that's about a 50-watt equivalent of a halogen bulb, so it's good to go there. Now, if you're, depending on what you have going on and where you're going to be using these things, you can always contact us with pictures and you know, an email to ask questions about, like, is this appropriate for this or that area, and we can kind of walk you through what we think. So that's quite a bit of light as far as, you know, people put this over kitchen islands, but we also want to see what other lighting you have in the ceiling to kind of, you know, how much light you really need in a food prep area. So don't be afraid to email us those kind of things. It's also a fixture that is totally dimmable without a problem at all. When you're buying your bulb, just make sure it says that it's dimmable on that box. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.